All right, YouTube, welcome back to the Gods of Boxing Talk channel. Your boy 2K the God here, my man Sess. And for this video, we want to do the prediction between the fight with Wladimir Klitschko and Tyson Fury. Now, this fight is going to be for the IBF and WBO titles, along with the minor IBO title, right? Now, whoever wins this fight, I think the Ring Magazine is on there too, B. Wladimir Klitschko is the Ring Magazine champion as well. So it's going to be for the lineal champion at the heavyweight division. Now, basically, with that said, whoever wins this fight is going to be the man. Even though Deontay Wilder holds the most prestigious of all four major sanctioning bodies, the WBC, Tyson Fury wins, he will be the man. Wladimir Klitschko is already the man. If he beats Fury, he will continue to be the man, right? So, this fight right here is very fucking intriguing. Now, there's some things that I want you people to know. I've been going on different boxing communities, and I'm seeing the majority of people already writing Tyson Fury off. You know what I'm saying? And maybe it's because of his antics, because I'm not seeing a whole lot of skill being assessed in these statements. The only thing that I hear is general shit like, he sucks, he can't box, he's a big galoot. You know what I'm saying? I hear shit like that. And so I think what that tells me is a lot of people are going off of the fact that he does stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? Outside the ring. He's a goofy motherfucker. We all know that. He should be on the Goof Troop. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He should be on the Goof Troop cartoon, B, if they ever brought that shit back. You know what I'm saying? He punched himself in the face during the fight. He shows up at the pre-fight press conference in Batman outfit. You know what I'm saying? He's wallowing around, looking stupid, looking goofy with his cousin Hughie. They both look like two goofy ass motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? But the fact remains, people. Don't look at what a motherfucker does outside the ring and conclude that he will lose in a mega fight. Yeah. The fact remains, Tyson Fury is actually a good boxer. Okay? Look at the fight against Christian Hammer, his last fight. Joey Abel. I mean, Derek Chisora in both fights. Now, granted, people, I know these motherfuckers are not on Wladimir Klitschko's level. Shit, Wladimir Klitschko, if he wins this fight, he will tie Joe Louis for the most successful title defenses in the heavyweight history. Right? We understand that. If he wins one more fight after this, he becomes the most dominant heavyweight in the history of the goddamn division on paper. We understand that. We understand Wladimir Klitschko's prestige level. But this is the thing, though. Wladimir Klitschko has never faced a guy that will bring the kind of dynamics into the ring like Tyson Fury. And I want to go deep into that. What I'm saying here, people, is this. In all of Klitschko's fights in his career, there's only two guys. Listen to me, YouTube. Two guys. Exactly. That had the height and the reach advantage against Wladimir Klitschko. That's Jamil McCline and that's Marius Watt. There's a lot of different guys throughout his career that had the reach advantage but were shorter, or that were the same height but had a shorter reach. Right? There's a bunch of guys like that. I mean, I'll name them off right now. You know what I'm saying? We got Kubrat Pulev. He was shorter. We got Tony Thompson, he was shorter. Both of them had the reach advantage. We got Francisco Pianeta, shorter, reach advantage. Hasim Rahman, this motherfucker was 3.5 inches shorter, reach advantage. We got Ray Austin, he was the same height, but had an 80-inch reach. Wladimir Klitschko has an 81-inch reach. You know what I'm saying? Davor Williamson, reach advantage, but he was shorter. Donnell Nicholson, reach advantage, but he was also short, right? Jamil McCline was the same height as Klitschko. He had an 82-inch reach advantage. That's 1 inch. Marius Watt was 6'7" and a half. An 1.5 inch height advantage, 82-inch reach advantage. Okay? Tyson Fury's coming into the ring at 6'9", even though I don't think he looks 6'9", based on the face-to-face that these two guys had at the press conference. It looked as if, you know, Tyson Fury was really 6'7" instead of 6'9", but nevertheless, he's taller. And then he has a fucking 4-inch reach advantage. 85 inches, B. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Now, granted, against Mariusz Wach, Wladimir Klitschko beat him to a unanimous decision, right?
Mm.
But see, the difference between Mariusz Wach and Tyson Fury is that Mariusz Wach is low volume. He looks to fight behind the jab early, but then he abandons his game plan. He's known for doing that. He just did that against Alexander Povetkin, right? He never actually got off against Wladimir Klitschko. And he also let Wladimir Klitschko dictate the pace. So if you're gonna let the smaller guy with the reach disadvantage dictate the pace, then he can outbox you.
Yeah.
And that's what happened in that fight. Against Jamil McCline, the reason why Wladimir Klitschko knocked him out in the 10th round is because Jamil McCline is known for giving up his height and reach advantage in lots of fights that he's been in. And that's exactly what he did against Wladimir. He elected, instead of staying outside and boxing, he elected to fight on the inside. Smart strategy, right? Because Wladimir Klitschko has absolutely no inside game. Go look at his knockouts. From Corey Sanders to Layman Brewster.
Yeah.
Both of them motherfuckers got on the inside of Wladimir and touched his chin. Wladimir has absolutely no defense on the inside, right? But those guys were smarter than the Jamil McCline. He got on the inside, left himself open for counters. That's how Wladimir Klitschko knocked him out. Right?
Okay.
Tyson Fury's not that guy. Tyson Fury is a good boxer for the heavyweight division. He's actually a good mover for the heavyweight division. I'm actually going to go out there on a limb and say, who moves better than Tyson Fury? There's a couple of guys in the heavyweight division, but my point is he's in the upper echelon of movers in the heavyweight division.
Yeah.
Majority of the guys at the heavyweight division are stagnant. They don't move. Klitschko can be caught stagnant at times. Klitschko can be caught doing this shit. And then he's like this. He's like this. Then he shoots the right hand. You know what I'm saying? And then he does it again. He's like this. Then he shoots the right hand. That's Klitschko, people. Then if you get close to him, what does he do? He hugs. He hugs you. He clinches you. You know what I'm saying? If you get too close, he does what Amir Khan does. He pushes off. So he can create the distance. He hates to fight on the inside. And of course, that's against guys, like I said, that are shorter, with a shorter reach advantage, or that don't use their advantages against him in height and reach, right?
Yep.
Tyson Fury will do that in this fight. You understand me, people? He likes to fight from the outside. He will throw little pitter-pat jabs just to keep a jab in your face so he can shoot his right hand off. Also, another thing that a lot of people don't understand, Tyson Fury can switch. He can fight orthodox, he can fight southpaw. Now, I don't think he's like Andre Ward with it. You know what I'm saying? He's not like an Errol Spence with it. But he can, the fact that he can switch it up and give you a different look, that can fucking throw off a guy's timing. Especially a 39-year-old Wladimir Klitschko. You see what I'm saying? So, the fact that he could just stay outside and use his height and reach, and then also he has a decent inside game as well. He can get on the inside, even though I don't advise him to do that. All he has to do is stay on the outside and box. You know what I'm saying? He can actually take this fight. And then my assessment on Wladimir, all Wladimir has to do is bait him in. He can bait him in. If he baits the bigger guy with the reach advantage on the inside to where he can actually land his shots, not really on the inside, but closer, just to get in range, oh, he's got the fight. What do you think, B?
Man, I think it's going to be a great fight, you know. And it's so hard to call this fight because my heart wants me to go with one guy, but my mind is telling me something different.
Right.
Everything you said was spot on, man. You know, Tyson Fury, to be a big guy, he does have good movement. You know, he's not a complete klutz. You know, he doesn't, you know, in terms of his movement, you know, he doesn't really trip over his own 2 feet. I mean, when you 6'7", you know, it's not too hard to do that, especially when you're in a boxing ring, you know. So, really, man, I mean, all he really has to do is just, you know, put punches together. Put punches together, you know, keep something on Klitschko. You know, the one thing about Tyson Fury that I'm really banking on is the level of competition that he's fought leading up to this fight.
Absolutely.
You know, I don't really think he's seen WLADIMIR Klitschko. Well, I'm not gonna say think. I know he hasn't seen a WLADIMIR Klitschko. Whereas the names you ran off earlier, the two guys that were bigger than Klitschko and longer, at least he's seen guys that are bigger and longer. Now you gave the points as to why he beat them, but at least he's seen guys that have the longer reach advantage and who are, you know, taller than him in the ring.
Absolutely.
On the flip side, like I mentioned earlier, Tyson Fury has never seen someone with WLADIMIR Klitschko's skill level. You know, so this should be a very good fight.
Oh yeah.
One of the things that I'm going to be looking for. Let me tell everybody out there. One thing I'm going to be looking for is WLADIMIR Klitschko's bounce. The same bounce that he used in the Pulev fight.
Yes, sir.
And what that's going to do is that's going to force Tyson Fury to actually be still for a minute.
Yep.
You know, to where he's not going to let his hands go, because when a guy's bouncing, I don't know how many fighters we have out there, but you know, when a guy's bouncing, the first thing you got to do is try to get his rhythm.
Yep.
You know, and as you're getting his rhythm, guess what he's doing? He's timing you. So if you come in unannounced on some bullshit, he's going to counter you. You know, so that's definitely what I'm looking for. And we know WLADIMIR has two very good moves that I love a lot, and they both come with the left hook. That bounce that he sets up that left hook with the bounce. He can do it leaping forward, like he did against Pulev, or he actually has a very good check hook as well, the same one that he used against Samuel Peter, and he made him do like this African dance. You know, it was the funniest shit I think I've seen, you know, in a Klitschko fight.
Yeah.
So, man, like I said, man, Klitschko can take this fight if he establishes that bounce very early. He has to establish it early, work off the jab like we know he's gonna do, you know, and drop that big right hand. The one thing that I have noticed about Tyson Fury is he got hurt by a smaller cruiserweight in Steve Cunningham.
That's absolutely true.
Joey Abil actually got his attention too with a very good left hand.
Yeah.
So if he's getting hurt by these smaller guys, I'm not really looking. I can't really see him taking some flush shots from Klitschko. Now, whether if Klitschko's going to catch him clean or not, that's a different story. But look for that bounce, people. Look for it. Look for it, because I truly don't think that Tyson Fury is going to go in there and be the Tyson Fury that we've seen against lower level opposition. Remember, when you get in the ring with the guy that's on a different level, a lot of things change.
Yes, sir.
So that's what I'm going to be looking for, man.
Good point. One thing I want to counter your statement a little bit.
All right. Bring it on.
I want people to understand this. Granted, great fucking point about Steve Cunningham hurting and actually dropping Tyson Fury. This is a full-fledged cruiserweight, right? That came up to heavyweight, and even that cruiserweight, he wasn't known for power punching. He wasn't known for knocking motherfuckers out. You know what I'm saying? But he moves up to heavyweight. I believe in that fight he weighed like 5 pounds more than me. He was like 210.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? And then Tyson Fury was like 257. Big fucking disadvantage in weight, right? But he still landed the perfectly timed right hand that dropped Tyson Fury. You know what I'm saying? But what I want to say about that is this, people. There has been instances in boxing where guys have been dropped by guys with no power and then went on to fight guys that have exceptional power and did not get hurt when being hit by those guys with power. Prime example is Sergey Kovalev. Now motherfuckers is like, nigga, what? Sergey Kovalev? This nigga 2K to God is whack, B. Let me explain, people. Sergey Kovalev got dropped by Blake Caparello, the fight before Bernard Hopkins, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Okay.
Blake Caparello is not a power puncher. I believe this is a major guess. I looked at it back in the day, but I know this motherfucker's knockout ratio is like 30-something%. It's low. It's not high, right?
Right.
Sergey Kovalev got dropped by him. Perfectly timed right hand, right? But then he went on to fight Jean Pascal after the next fight that was after Blake Caparello. He got hit a few times against Jean Pascal, who's not a bitch-ass hitter. He can punch.
Oh, no. He can crack.
He can crack. And he did not hurt Sergey Kovalev not one bit. The same thing can happen here, people. It's a possibility. Although it is the heavyweight division, these guys can crack even harder than light heavyweights. But he's already acclimated at the division, and he's a big guy in the division, so it can happen. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. All right, YouTube. We're going to give our prediction real quick. My key to victory for Vladimir Klitschko, bait him in. Do the bounce that my man Seth talked about. Bait him in on the inside. Stop his timing. Keep him from wanting to box you. If you got to talk a little shit, I know that's against your morals. You know what I'm saying? If you got to get him mad to make him come in, because Tyson Fury can be caught complacent in the ring. He starts feeling himself.
Oh, yeah.
He makes mistakes, and that's one of the biggest mistakes he makes. He can let his opponents closer to him than he should with that 85-inch reach, right? That's how Steve Cunningham was able to get in and land that right hand, right? He was complacent. So allow him to get complacent. Bait him so he gets in range, and then start ringing off your right hand and your check left hook. You know what I'm saying? That's how he wins. I don't expect Vladimir Klitschko to move, and that's the problem. I don't expect him to move.
Yeah.
And when he's stagnant, or if he's just doing the bounce, even when he's bouncing, he's not rotating laterally or anything like that. He's just bouncing right in front of you. Just giving you a different look, so you're not thinking that he's just gonna do this all night long. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's the problem. He doesn't move, so he's got to find some way to get Tyson in range. My key to victory for Tyson is just the opposite of that. Stay out of range. 85-inch reach advantage, or 85-inch reach, 4-inch reach advantage, and you like to box from the outside. Do just that. Yeah. Vladimir Klitschko's footwork is not as bad as Bermane Stivern's, but it ain't that much better. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So if you have that ability to box from the outside and you have the reach advantage, just do that. You don't have to knock them out. Now, a lot of people will beg to differ because they're in Germany, and Germany's known for robbing motherfuckers. But I still feel that Tyson Fury can land enough jabs and straight combinations on Vladimir Klitschko, or at least look like the busier fighter, right? Yeah. I feel that he could do that and win over the judges. So, my prediction, I'm going to go out on a limb. Yeah. I got Tyson Fury, man. I got Tyson Fury taking this fight. I won't say unanimous decision because we're in Germany. It could even be a draw, but it would be Tyson Fury clearly winning the fight. I'll say majority decision. I think somebody's gonna call it a draw, or maybe even split. Let me say split decision. I feel a judge will give it to Klitschko, but the other two judges will go Tyson Fury's way. B, what's yours?
Oh man, very tough fight to call. Great points that you made earlier. I'm gonna go with Vladimir Klitschko, man. Right. That's my dude. I've been riding with him for a long time, and I'm a fan of his, you know. But that's my heart talking. My mind is telling me that maybe it is time for a younger guy to take over, especially with the attributes and the skill set that Tyson Fury has. My keys to victory for Vladimir Klitschko, like you said, bait him in, man. But he has to work off that bounce. He has to. That is going to be key. That's going to be key in this fight. You're going against a guy that's a bit taller, even though I don't think it's much. Yeah. I'm not going to call it 6'9". I think it's more, 6'7", like you said, like you spoke of earlier. But the 4-inch reach advantage could be a problem. So definitely you got to bait him in, man, and set it up off that jab. Another thing about Tyson Fury is he does have fundamental flaws that can be exploited by someone with Vladimir Klitschko's skill set and skill level.
Absolutely.
I've seen him to where he throws that jab and he's not throwing it as a stiff jab or a power jab. He's throwing it just to basically keep something out there. Yeah. And when you do that, people, Again, I don't know how many boxes are out there, but when you do that, you get complacent. And what happens when you get complacent off a jab? You tend to drop your right hand.
Yes, sir.
So if WLADIMIR can exploit that fundamental flaw in Tyson Fury, it could end up being a short night.
Woo.
You know?
Night, night.
Yes, sir. He could end up putting Fury away. Now, my keys to victory for Tyson Fury is gonna be just do you. Just go in there, be who you are. You know, fuck the moment, fuck the crowd. Just go in there and beat Tyson Fury, punches and bunches, keep that movement up, and just do what you know how to do. You know, don't change up anything because you're fighting WLADIMIR. Because a lot of what Tyson Fury does, I think, can beat WLADIMIR. But I'm gonna go with WLADIMIR KLITSCHKO, man. I just think his experience and the angle and the look that he gives Fury will decrease some of what Fury likes to do. So it should be a great fight. The crowd should be electric. I love fucking Klitschko's 10-minute entrances. So, you know, a lot of times that's what I look to see, man, is the pageantry that goes into him just walking to the ring. So it should be awesome.
I agree. All right, that's that. YouTube, do what you do in the comment section and let us know who you think's gonna win this nice big title fight between these two big warriors.
Yes, sir.
Do what you do in the comment section, but be real. This is real talk for real fans. 1.